Okay, everyone, it's Saturday, December 8th. Just kind of getting going here. I think today what I'm going to work on is I want to just build a little mock bench seat in the back just to see how it's going to be. So I brought home some throwaway plywood that I can try bending radiuses with and just kind of mess around with and see how it looks. Anyway, we got to take a minute though and just go outside here. Like, it is just crazy nice out today, like pure sun. Look, the trail's been groomed too. People have been going down it. It's probably mint. Oh yeah, I might have to go later this afternoon. Like, look at that. Crazy. Anyway, I'm going to get set up here. Alright, so here's what we're working with. A bunch of pieces. I'm going to have to kind of scab them together to make this all work. But anyway, this is what we're going for. We're going to want a bench that kind of looks like this. And now, I probably have to round that corner off, I guess. But for now, I'm just going to make it like that. I want this to be 58 inches. From there to there. And I want this to be 20 inches. You can always cut it. So I'm going to have to, because this plywood's not big enough, I'm going to have to just join it there. And I'll just put some 2x4 bracing on it. Like, this is just a temporary mock-up piece. So anyway. Alright, so there's what I was talking about, just joining the two pieces together. Like I say, this is not a finished product, this is just a model. I didn't really want to invest any real money into it. So I got to cut it, what did we say? 58 inches. We'll cut it 58 inches. I'll have to cut both sides. And then we'll start drawing on a radius back in here. Okay, so there's our bench shape. I don't know if you saw on the time lapse there how I did that, but anyway, I found my center, the radius. I used 8" on this, so 8" right there. And then all I do is I just punch my string line into there, easy. And then I just pull out 8 inches, hold it to my pencil, and draw my arc. So same thing over here. Most people would probably try to cut this with a jigsaw. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to cut it with my skill saw. I think that'll be easier and better. Let's give it a try. The key to doing this is setting the elbows in the bead. I'm just going to set it just like that. Flock of jigsaw, right? Okay, and there it is, our seat base. I think that was about the right radius for the corners. That was an 8". I got this one all fixed up. Well, mostly. Still a little off in that area, but it's going to be good enough for our prototype. So what we got to do now is get our plywood back. So the plywood's going to go along this edge, up like that. And to get it to bend around the radius, we're going to have to cut relief cuts in it. So I went online and I typed in plywood radius kerf calculator, and they told me that if I cut this blade width, which is a 0.60, cuts every 0.97 inches, it'll be a perfect radius cut for that. I'm not going every 0.97 inches. I'm just going to call that 1 inch. So 14 cuts every 1 inch is what it said, or thereabouts. So we'll try that and just see how it looks. Now that's to have the cuts on the inside. On the inside, I'm not sure that's the best way to do it. Maybe the cut should go on the outside of the plywood. I don't know. You know what we could do is just try one each way, because it's gonna have to be in 2 pieces. Do this one inside and this one outside, maybe. I'm not sure. I've never done this before. I guess I'll also think about how tall we want this back. Like, I don't want it too tall. Like, I don't know, maybe 16. I'm gonna think about that for a second here. Okay, so there we go. Those are 14 cuts. I don't think that's going to be quite. I was supposed to leave on 3/16. That's 1/8. But we'll see if it goes. This, I'll tell you, like a table saw would be better for this. But this little skill saw, this is the best skill saw you can get. I don't care what anyone says. I don't need those big fucking, double battery bitches or any of that, those big Milwaukees or DeWalt. That little saw there is amazing. You can build a whole house with that thing. Anyway, let's see. Oh, the other thing I did too, which was kind of just to help me, was I nailed this down so that it wasn't moving around while I was doing my cuts. Okay, let's see how it fits. Nails. There's our piece. Just like that. Oh, I fucked that up. Huh. Idiot. Idiot. That was stupid. Oh. Damn it. Well. That really sucks. I guess it just shows you how weak that plywood is until you get it glued. Well, we'll have to make another one. I'm running out of nails too. Oh, that sucks. Alright, I think on the next one, I'm not going to cut as deep. I clearly cut that too deep. Let's go for that 3/16. Oh. All that work. Alright. Okay, before I get going on that other one, I think I know why that fell apart. And since we're only into that one layer, right? You just got the one layer of the ply. The grain on the plywood is going the same way as my cuts. So there's no strength. I'm going to try on the next one, which means that piece will be junk too. But on the next one, I think I should try putting the cuts the other way, which might mean I might have to 3-piece that. But I'm going to try it like that and just see what happens. I think that's going to be a better way to do it. And I'm not going to go quite as deep. But going across the grain, that way all the grains hold it together, right? Like, that's how wood works. That just falls off. Well, lesson learned, I guess. All right, I'm not gonna bore you with cutting the other one, but I'll be back in a minute. All right, so I got another one made with the grain going the other way, and it's quite a bit stiffer. It makes a bit of cracking when you go to bend it, and see, I left a little bit more of that wood on too. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get that bent around my base right there. But all I got are these are fairly big screws. Actually, these might be pretty good. It's pretty thick for just going into that skinny plywood. But let's try it. Can't remember which side I started from. Yeah, it's that side. So that side has got to go to the front. Pre-torque on it. He's in there. Good time. Actually, it's good that I had that 2x4 there. It's good to screw into. I think that's fucking great. Like, honestly, man. Here, let's have a look. Now on the real version, like, this will get filled. This all gets filled with glue. But shit, I think that's fucking mint. I'm gonna get one for the other side. Now the plywood's small, right? So the other one will come around to here, and then there'll be a back piece. And I'm not sure what to do with this. You know, we could kind of come down, just round that off, maybe. Just round that off the same radius as this. That might actually look good. Yeah. Yeah, I like that actually. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do for sure. All right, let me get the rest of this together and we'll have a look at it. I'm stoked with that. And there we go. There it is together. I'm just gonna cut. I'm gonna cut another 8-inch radius along this edge here. Knock these corners off. To me, it looks a little too deep this way, but you got to remember too that there's going to be a couple inches of foam that goes on here, right? So maybe it's not too deep, but I can always cut it too. I can always cut another inch or two off the depth, but I like it. I really like it. I hope it fits in there. That'd be a bummer. It should. Should easily, actually. Anyway, I'll cut these corners off, and then we'll go see what it looks like in the boat. There we go, guys. There it is. Wow, I think that looks great. Here, I'm gonna get it. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get in there for a second. Wow, I think that's great. Now, it'd be built up a little higher. Like I was thinking that the bottom, well, that's about where it is actually. The bottom should be up about as high as that. Could go a little higher. Like it's pretty low to sit on. Oh yeah, it's it's really low to sit on. But what the hell? I think that's pretty nice. Now I don't know where to keep it for position. Like I almost wanted it forward a bit, like that, and have just like just fill this in with a solid deck and upholster it. But that's, yeah, actually I like that, just like that. Something like, you know, just like that. That'd be a good place. We could mount the ski pole right behind here. A big, you know, that ski pole that I was showing you earlier. And I'm not sure if that leaves enough room up here for a driver's seat. I think the next logical step, this wasn't actually all that hard to build. Next step in my eyes is to maybe just build a chair for the front. And then we'll have a better idea of what we need for space. But that's got to come up higher. That's got to come up quite a bit. I think that's got to come up at least 4 more inches. Which, that's no big deal. I don't mind the look of it having it above the edge of the boat. I don't think that's a big deal. And the other thing is having it higher. Like this will all be solid, right? There'll be a solid piece in here. That'll be a good spot to mount some speakers. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Anyway, this deserves a beer. I'm not sure I'm gonna do any more work today or not. Probably not, but maybe tomorrow. It's supposed to be nice again. Maybe we'll build the chair tomorrow. Anyway, we'll see you later.